Map for Gen 1. They lose this, it's 0-2. And Shock. Ooh, a shocking encounter on short there. Stressor and also Fools and Sinners. Oh, they actually just kind of tumbled down. That was a really disappointing hold from them. And just individually.
Literally, as you said, that there was just, you know, 4 gunfights and you lost them. That's all it came down to. A little bit. This is going to be a fast play out of the apartments, and oh, Shock completely blinded. Still on the balcony, somehow still alive, still standing, but not for long. Stressing can only claim 1, as that pop is rapid. And that is a complete shutdown of a round.
Somewhat of a counter read onto them exposing Modo playing.
Very fast take towards Banana here, but B-Stick is going to be able to shut it down. Oh, swing a little bit too wide. If MBK had his gun out there, he was going to find the instant trade. Doesn't matter. It still does anyway, because B-Stick sits. Okay, what? MBK, what has happened there?
Oh, no.
This is an absolute disaster. Were they trying to go for a fast boost and MBK just stood in the Molotov? Somebody has called something there, and it's absolutely all over the place, and just mishaps right now. And now you're looking for Gen 1 to kind of rely on those gimmicks, because right now this has been an absolute disaster of a round, but they're somehow in towards this B bomb site. Chucky might want to try and stick the plant here, but it's going to be quite difficult to do. Smokes are only going to be up for a limited time, so eventually it's going to this angle here. He's waiting for Shock to peek from Banana. He's going to be spotted out. Chucky can't drop off that way anymore, mate. The old Inferno would have allowed it, not this one. Brooksy in a 1 versus 3. Bomb not really planted for him either. He has to swing very wide to try and get him off it, and it won't matter anyway. Modo will just stick.
Altercation between the two teams on that part of the map.
A little bit better from MBK though. That AWP posted up, and this is the best option that they can go for. Gen 1 right now coming in towards this A bomb site. Stressing and Shock good enough to deny the first couple. Smokes down over to B, but because they're not committing in towards this A bomb site right now, this is going to get very panicky for the Frenchman. Joko needs to hit a couple of shots. MBK was gambling that he was going to pick somebody off, but that's not going to happen. Everybody's going to fall. It's a great move to walk forward, but MBK is watching this like a hawk. Still though, Sinners need to go for this swing on through, and B-Stick, he deals with both players top middle. Now you drop your util over towards Banana if you have it, and as that smoke comes down, Moto still has a glimpse of Joko. It's an easy
room in. Sinners, they definitely have the advantage as well of, look, this is the first time they've played, because in that last round he tries to catch them off guard with pace. It doesn't work, so he's going to do it again. And head to head they meet on top Banana, but the CT side, they come out victorious. Sure,
think about it. Need to be worried about being mollied out of this position, but this bait setup is perfect as well. That Simon's horrible for Brooksy. Now Kisserek can just play, try and take a peek. He actually hits the headshot as well. Stressing, trying to find a headshot. Stressing is just buying time, and the longer this dance goes on, the more time it is going to be for Shock to get into.
So this is dangerous actually with B-Stick. He's going to spam through. MBK actually drops to 48 HP. And Modo, an off angle to end all off angles for Sinners after Modo got that kill in apartments. And the bomb site, okay, they're going to get onto it, but they're not exactly going to make much ground once they get there. Stressarin with 2. Brooksy finds 3 in the flash of an eye. That is magnificent. Oh, eats a grenade though. Shock on the rotation. Just dumps it on him. And okay, the bomb will get planted, but that's the only success.
Sinners got 4 players over towards B. Everybody was blinded. There was so many flashes. There was nades landing. You were just not able to take the control. Now,
Modo's gonna go off guard.
Yeah, he is. Good util being thrown down though. In the meantime here, spam from MBK is really good. Modo needs to be so cautious about Brooksy that was up short. And now, that's a lot better from Gen 1. They play with a little bit of pace about them. There's a little bit of venom in that round. And they're able to get up onto this A bomb site. Kisserek and B-Stick still might think about attempting this because
like, if 2 players fall, that could potentially make it difficult for the final round. But no, Kisserek drops. B-Stick's made a lot of noise. They'd know he's here anyways. Here's a nice shot on Chucky. Ooh, could have maybe got a little bit more done there on short.
Weird scoreline to be looking at, you know, at this stage of the game. He's done next to nothing. on this T side of Inferno over towards either bomb site. It has to be in a moment. It has to be right now. Chucky actually going to wait. Moto was looking for that information. Still have to get past Shock and Stressor.
Stresserin's also getting onto the bomb side as well. This is really big moves from him because it allows the double up. Him and Shock, they've got that crossfire going, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Good flashbang from Chucky. He does set up his teammate for one, but that's when Stressarin and the good rotation is able to subdue this round. Time is going to be his best friend.
In the pre-show, we need to see the individual step up on every front for the side of GenOne if they want to take a victory here. And unfortunately, trying to discover if there's any traps being set up by those USPs. Brooksy now should be going down in just a moment, and he will be. The Sinners just simply overwhelmed them. Bomb can be planted. You've got players that are close by with those USPs to try and fend off a retake, but these crossfires are deadly.
P-Stick, he's on fire. 13 kills, 14 kills. Even sweeter. Every single time, he just continues to impress him.
Very quick to try and get here, but Sinners are just going to be able to react in time, surely, before he even arrives. Smokes are going to go down. Stressor with a great shot onto Masuda. Chucky is missing. Stressor, and he's going to find the double entry. Make that three. Stressor's making it look easy. Through the smoke. Brooksy's going to fall, and that's round 11 for Sinners. And that's just way too easy.
See the rotation. Just evaporated. MBK is actually going to go for a ninja or damage? I don't really know. Either way, he's not going to be long for the world. That felt slightly unnecessary as he...
But he was meant to get that in to the apartments. Doesn't land properly. Brooksy, however, will be able to land a couple of shots with that Fama. Shock is gone.
Jocko's currently not looking in... Okay, he does flick over. Hold brackets. Yeah, this is a good shutdown. Kisserect is going to potentially a crazy play to be making. They're never going to expect him behind, and he almost misses. He's able to take one down, and a smoke on the bomb. It's going to allow him to get that plant through. Masuta, his teammate's so far away, it knows MBK is exactly in his crosshairs. Walking in, MBK expects, but Kisserect, he's too sharp. And coming into the round. The kit does get collected by Masuta. Bombs planted for Kisserect. Tap on. Kisserect jiggles out. Oh, and just around the wall, Masuta hits that.
In that round we just seen. And even with that round that GenOne are going to win, we're now looking at a situation that, yeah, the money isn't great. This is still going to be a difficult one for GenOne to find a way into. And especially because Masuta is already dead. Brooksy searching towards the apartments, needed to find that kill. Here's the swing over towards Long though. Stressor and Modo are just gonna maul them, and it might be a nice...
As soon as success is taken for GenOne, it just is. In round 17, we got MP9s for Masses, XMs. It ain't looking pretty, and MBK, the first to fall. It's very fast towards the B bomb site. A good reflash in, but B-Stick, bit of martyrdom action. And
this is just going to pique the interest right now. The CTs are going to peek it together. Masuta goes for the swing, went for the pre-fire, is going to be able to claim one, but that's it. Chucky, the last player standing, done and dusted. But you are just seeing how well Sinners are prepared there. Even in that round, Freddy, the flashes, now just going to try and run down the op if he can. Going to take an aid on the way in, not too much damage. He's going to be able to find another kill with the XM, surely not going to be able to do anything more with it, and Moto makes sure of it, especially if they get a good start on the CT side. But it just relies on the gun rounds being better, Freddy. That's all it's really going to come down to. Joko on this pistol round though, it's going to be able to stop at least the first player coming out door, and Stressor is down, but it's everybody else that you have to be worried about. Masuda from the heavens is going to be able to claim a couple at least to give GenOne an opportunity, but that op...
And Sinners, they're just going to commit down towards the B bomb site. Kisserect can't die here. He needs to survive, and he'll do one better. He'll get that kill on MBK. That reduces the ability to rotate, and they also should know that Brooksy, the ramp player, is still on this bomb site. He finds one head turned, a second, going above and beyond, gets the reload, and a third. How's he been able to pull that one off? And you can see his teammates kind of just left scrambling. Stressarin has no idea what's happened.
You have to make sure that Heaven is going to be watched like a hawk. Masuta in a position maybe to just make sure that they don't make their way out. Joko drops shock in the meantime, and well, there's the information. You see the players in towards Heaven. Masuta has to turn. It's a double kill from him, and he can back away now. Doesn't have to stand and fight. He's done the dirty work in this round so far. The 2v4 for Sinners to try and get back, but anything is possible when you've got Stresser in the round. He'll get 2 for free. Bomb is going to be planted, and Brooksy and Chucky, they'll make their way up Heaven together. No secrets about it. Both of them making noise in towards the Heavens. Great shot from Brooksy. It's down to Moto. The swing's coming on through. A great reaction, and Chucky wasn't in the game whatsoever on Inferno, but comes up big in the clutch as GenOne.
Speaking of Chucky, him and Brooksy, they're going to get active over towards lobby, crunching in with Joko and Masuta and Sinners. They actually have
rounds, I don't think, even though they've already done it twice. I think the next time they try and go for something like that, Kisarek begins his walk, could maybe find the timing to get through Garage. Needs to be careful as this nade is about to happen. Expose him open, does take down Chucky in the meantime, and chunks.
When Kisarek fell there, that he needed to do more of the AK, and it's actually not valuable if they just go 1 for 1. But as soon as Moto trades out MBK, they are outside. All he knows is that the York was there. Jocko has been spotted going down the vent. Shock had already put him down to 16 HP. Brooksy might have rotated down, but he is just...
The AWP has a chance to drop the other op in the round, and it misses. And now Moto, he's putting that up to good use once again. He peeks over.
MBK is starting to get aggressive in lobby, and as he's clearing it all out, it allows Chucky to rotate down, but then Shock, the lurker, still remaining, causes Chucky to be looking everywhere, and as soon as they actually re-rotated, they came up secret to try and get down towards B. He throws a mollo. There is time? Maybe. It's going to come down to the wire, and he gets the bomb planted. Chucky can't deny, and Modo gets away with throwing the mollo, and even finds the kill on Chucky. Jocko, they knew he was on the A bomb side. B-Sticks holding his line, and it somehow Sinners.
That's incredible, man. Oh my, like how does that work? Masuta finds the triple kill and you're thinking, alright, that's done. And I'm right there, when the round is theirs. It doesn't matter about the second player. He was going to survive anyway, and then all of a sudden you win the round. Sinners just get away with one massively there. It looks like they're going to be punished. Up against the pistols though, they'll try and pop out towards that A-bomb site, and they would just get absolutely annihilated. Not even a single kill going the other way.
Peek that.
Oh my god.
Speaking of orbs.
Oh, poor Chucky, man. Pair of Sinners. Gonna try and make it down towards the B-bomb site. You got Brooksy, top site. Surely a refrag is gonna come in onto him this time, and it will. Moto makes sure that he only gets one. Rotates her fast down the vent. You're set up all across the site. Still need to commit to the plant. Need to hold on to that double control as well. Shock is going to be the man attested with that job. Moto in the meantime hits one shot, but it's MBK and Joko that are combining for a couple of kills. Kisarek silently going down the vent. He's picked up that AWP from Chucky's body earlier in the round. Bomb is only tapped. MBK is going to be spotted. Kisarek is going to hit a great shot, but Joko over the top of the smoke can just have vision. You know, a 5th round here, that's ideal. You know, even if at the half end 7-5, you'd still fancy them to take it. Kisarek runs into his own molly, trying to get away from the spam. 5 seconds left on the clock. Sinners looking to try and exploit over towards the ramp. They haven't ran into Chucky just yet in this position. He's going to be good enough for one. Are they still going to try and test him out? Beastick in the meantime is going to be able to find the kill. Those AKs are getting closer, just trying to jump peek to bait out the shots, but it's Chucky at more and more health here for Chucky as Moto tries to slip through over towards Hell. He's going to hear the player on out. Beastick has his time to strike, and Beastick now holding towards the backline. Masuta runs him down. It is just Moto left in this 1 versus 3. Bomb not yet collected. Masuta will find yet another multi.
And you mentioned they haven't really run into Chucky. It feels like he hasn't had much possibilities on this CT side, but when they finally just give him that opportunity, he makes great work of it. Issue is, that 7-5 half that you were saying Sinners would love might still come into fruition as 2 kills get found on their way down towards Secrets. Brooksy, first rotation, very eagerly tries to stunt their progression. Chucky, 5-7 out, and okay, maybe a little bit over aggressive. So yeah, Sinners on the unlikely purchase. They will
percentage for GenOne is 34.4%, which is extremely low. And right now, the USP is just looking to try and take some duels towards outside. If they win that pistol, they'll set themselves up really nicely. Moto will drop MBK, and it's actually GenOne that are doing the majority of the damage on the way across, though. Great shot from Shock, make that a double, as Joko will just about get down Secret with his life and the bomb. Chucky still above ground, looking to try and catch a timing, and it's a perfect one onto Moto. Surely the refrag is going to happen, but no, Chucky on the pistols finds two.
Doubling up towards Decon. Shock not making any mystery of where he is. Thinks they're double, flicks around though. A cheeky little 180. Do they know he has a kit? If he had just stuck that, they probably win the round. And Chucky, he's had a very...
my mind. But now, GenOne done everything right. Beastic walking in secret. MBK. Oh, his spidey sense was tingling there. He was at a bomb site. But you are going to go down towards ramp, down towards B. See if you can test out that Khalil, and Beastic goes 2 for 1. Still though, the pistols trying to hide in these nasty little corners to catch more players by surprise, trying to line up the headshot here. Moto nearly makes a meal of it, but gets away with murder. He finds that kill. The bomb is towards the top of the site right now. Kisarek yet to reveal himself as well, and Shock finds that kill.
What?
Over from the ramp. How has he gotten away with that? Brooksy has found a little gap, maybe to get up the vent. He does have the bomb. He is trying, just about to get away, but Moto spams him down. It is an absolute mess of a round here from start to finish. But just confirmed, you know where both of these players are. It's just about finding the time, and that is going to be perfect onto Moto. He's going to be able to hit that first shot. Shock is now sticking that defuse. Does Brooksy realise it? 4 seconds left on this defuse. He has to go wide with the swing. Shock now just committing to it, and Brooksy just...
And especially because of how bad the money is, if they win this, they're going to be hooping and hollering. Moto in a very similar to position that Chucky was once in, and Moto only gets 1 kill. He gets sitting in the vent with the MAC-10. This actually could just be a save call instantly, and double digits found for GenOne on Sinner's map pick.
Well, even at that, that's probably the worst scenario right now for Sinners to find themselves in, because Beastic finds that kill, but he gets instantly traded out by the Molotov, and Kisarek takes a peek. Oh, this is one that you have to call off, Freddy. But they're still going to go for it, though. They back themselves in this situation, or do they? Shock now smoked off. Time is just being shaved off the clock, and I mean, you're hanging about for too long there. And that's what I was saying. That was worst case scenario, that Beastic finds a kill and gets traded out by the Molly.
A very disappointing performance coming out from the reigning CCT champions, but hey, maybe they're going to show us why they are those champions. Shock has just found 2 on the back of the bomb sites. Rotations are heavy, they're quick, but Brooksy rotated into the vent and can potentially lend aid from Decon, but there's just so many smokes down. Stresser 5-7, despite them knowing where he is. High HP Chucky eliminated. Bomb to be planted. So many smokes, as mentioned, so that's not going to be a problem, but Moto is had so much time to flank. It leaves Masuta alone. 1v3, found the first, and they just swarm him. They play the buddy system.
Towards this bomb site, it is littered with fire, and Stresser lucky to still be standing in it, and that MAC-10 is already out. Everybody's blinded on the site. What an A-take that is, as it's a little bit delayed with all those mollies down. It is perfect for GenOne. This is going to be 11.
Calls as well coming out as Sinners.
Going to run it back. MBK is already out towards that A-bomb site. They have no idea. Stresserin with a really good reaction though. Smoke down to try and just burn out that Molotov. Make sure that they're not going to take any damage. But it's just caused a massive blockage in towards the hut. They haven't fully committed. And if they find a couple of kills out towards that A-bomb site, yeah, they definitely do commit. But it's the fact that the A-anchors stop them in their tracks. Moto rotating in over towards the ramp. It's a great shot on the first. Spots out the second as well. And that time, it's a much better hold.
Pop out towards ramp. Shock. Flashes. Aren't going to connect onto him. That's a free opening kill. He's down there. Stresser. Did he do a little jiggle? Okay, they do know Jocko's here. Nope, never mind. They really don't. Moto blindsided. Shock isolated. He needs to go nuclear here. And that's exactly what he's going to do. 2 more. Crushed underneath his might. A 3 versus 2. And Sinners, the only issue they're going to have is maybe...
Has to take his time going down the vent. That's the problem. We got Beastic that's walked all the way out over towards the ramp. But Brooksy, what a great shot that is. Now you spot out Kisarek, and he's going to be able to claim that double.
That's naughty.
Oh, it's GenOne. It'll be interesting to see what the call is going to be. Haven't really seen much aggression in towards the lobby from the CTs. MBK is going to kick things off. It's Stresser that is aggressive in towards Hut, and he will find that kill. They're going to drop down the vent. MBK... He is going to be caught on a timing here, surely, in towards Hut. Oh, he has been spotted. Moto's going to find him. But yeah, they're down vent. They're down B. They've got...
Kisarek still hanging around towards vent. He's actually going to pivot towards Secret, coming late as always. Chucky blindsided. His support just not even existent. Both T players now identified. Masuta final one alive. Oh, it's going to be close. They didn't get on the bomb. There's not enough time. And everyone goes down with the ship.
Whatsoever. It's been really good. They've had a couple of pocket calls that have really caused problems. The Sinners have not been able to hold on to the site, and this one looks like it's going to be another, but Beastic and Stresser have something to say about it, trying to fend them off if they can. The nades raining in from the heavens, but Masuta, what a peak that is. Stresser is down, and it looks like it is going to be an overcommitment, but this is still not a comfortable situation to be in, and the smoke doesn't get up in time. Moto strikes Joke.
Okay, they're only going to know he's down here now. The bane of Sinners has been these B reaching for Sinners. A million thoughts in their minds. Will they grab the right one? Moto holding the angle. Chooses the right side of ramp. Nades in the smoke. So he's finally going to start progressing forward now. Beastic catches him on a timing. That's the opening kill that potentially could set sail us.
Just one kill though. Oh, Beastic continuing to get aggressive.
Just one? Just
two. You got Joko in towards the door. It's all coming crumbling down for GenOne, unfortunately. Chucky, the last one standing. He's in towards the Hut. He's getting peppered with bullets, and it's the pistol to finish him off. And
there's 3 players. Make it 4 that might all just be walking past him. Oh, it's so easy. The smoke fades, and they're just exposed. Beastic chops down 3 and starts...
offense that Sinners were trying to put up. And from 11-6 down, 12-9. Sinners always...
More going to be in the firing seats. Over towards outside. They're wrapping, and this is a perfect off angle. Masuta, not even that kill, and survives. So that's an instant man disadvantage. Kisarek, though, ooh, I don't think he knew that away.
Gotten right back, though. Stresser on that bomb site. Trying to anchor right now. Has Shock in support of him. Stresser tries to string across. Chucky's going to be holding for him. Shock gets nothing from the heavens, and all of a sudden, this is Sinners now. Going to try and nade it off if he can. Beastic now just trying to pull some attention away so his sniper can get up this vent, but he's just being held for. There's just no way in right now for him. And Moto, he's just going to have to give this one up.
Really, really weird hold by Sinners, because you not only have Kisarek just like
spam, doing a little bit of tickle damage, honestly, to Chucky. He will be able to find one shot with that AWP. Brooksy goes down. The spam is going to be good to trade on out, and Moto finds one as that ramp pop get out onto the bomb site. They're trying to molly everything off. They're trying to make sure that nobody is going to force them out here. And Stresser, he finds that kill. He gets Masuda off the bomb now. No bomb plant here, you would feel.
Surely not. Okay, bomb plant. It gets down, but then who?
And hope that they can desperately hold on. MBK, this off angle should be nice for one. Never mind. Okay. Kisarek with the opener. And
like, how many does he know that's down here? Joko's gonna rotate, but he's walking straight into his grave. Nope, the timing, it's impeccable as he lines up 2, and then Brooksy just runs through a mollo for that 3rd. Modo shotgun AWPing, try as he might. Surely this round isn't possible. Shock, however, versus 2. But 30 seconds left. Time is against them. Bombs down, and Brooksy and Chucky will end any of this
themselves. Probably won't happen again this game. Brooksy gonna walk in towards ramp this time. Shock gets overwhelmed, lands the dink through the wall.
The lurks as just the extremity player. And it leaves Sinners in a bit of a difficult position, so much so that the bomb is now being dropped by Modo from the top rope. Chucky deals with Beastic as he was trying to lurk in main, and this round is just a capitulation from start to end, and it all...
Sinners, you would have expected them to maybe get the better of GenOne as the rounds go further and further. Chucky, though, great shot over towards the ramp, but it's traded instantly back from KisserEck. Needs to be cautious about the player towards...
Up now, and that's because Jocko's taken lobby control. So with that control, it's allowed for them to turn their attention, and Brooksy outside, he's going to get one before he falls, but it's a very important one, because it just tells Masuta, yes, they are in heaven. And now it's B-Stick. The IGL needs to lead by example once more. That nade is going to do so much damage, and as he just swings into it, Jocko, GenOne rocket their way through the doors. B-Stick's going to just relocate over towards the B-bomb site. Jocko's going to be the first to fall, and there's 3 players on the other side of things. GenOne, they're just walking straight into the belly of the beast, and it's really not clean from, to be honest, anyone. However, the numbers and their sets
that they're able to go for mentally are why this Sinner side are so good, but it's also the consistency of everybody on the team at the side of Sinners that is just so good to watch, because usually they will get things right. And yeah, okay, it was a messy piss.
Goes straight through the smoke. Modo's going to get boosted up over, and Molo, the smoke kind of clouding his vision, but Modo just spams Brooksy after that noise he made. That's an opening kill, and GenOne also won't realize there's a 3rd player here. Just Oren's also got Shock as support if needs be, and this mid-short crunch
whatsoever, did they? Just cut down very quickly. And it's a clean one from Sinners. And MBK is going to try and force that issue forward. It's a big HE to land onto Joko and Chucky. Flash through. KisserEck looking to find a couple more kills. Chucky is going to go down. B-Stick trying to help out over towards the long corner. A lot of presence being spotted out now. KisserEck trying to isolate these fights if he can, but eventually he'll get overwhelmed. B-Stick will take his leave in towards long, but it's Brooksy with 2. And all of a sudden, this round has got a couple of legs to it.
It's exactly what you said, just this smoke giving him so much pathway onto the bomb site, but MBK sniping at range, Shock left all by himself, and he's just going to get pounced, despite him making a pretty good
last round. No issues in the purchase, and B-Stick, look at his position that he's already in here. Oh, where is he looking? Thought there was somebody in the smoke, was not expecting Joko to walk through, and that's a freebie.
Modo on long, though, also just walking into Chucky's crosshair. That's the first kill for Chucky in this game. He takes a while to get on the board sometimes, it seems. Nice little flick from Brooks. I don't actually know if they want to go for this retake. Money for them is alright, but just saving these weapons could be very important for the next round. And okay, they're gonna give it a good old try, but after Shock falls, KisserEck bomb site has to expect Chucky's on long, and with time ticking down, he gets given a 3B and lands a single bullet.
A poor decision, and I'm completely there with you. There was a round like that, exactly like that, when we were looking at Nuke, right? That B-Stick finds a kill down secret, and he gets burned. Maybe validate the fact that, you know, KisserEck is right to go for that opening kit, or for that clutch, should I say. Still, Sinners seem a little bit too afraid to call a save. No need for a save this time, as Moto will find a double opener in towards mid. The pressure now being put on this B bomb site. Shock able to prevail in that fight versus Masuda. Stressing though, it is going to cost him his life. And Brooksy now moving in to try and strike from the window. The boost up should be good enough to deal with him though. Might catch a glimpse of him over the top of the smoke. That's going to be perfect. And Shock now can have eyes on tunnels. It's a great hold. It's a great response.
It's just hold down the 4s. And Sinners are going to be crunching on long. B-Stick actually might get caught by MBK. And he will. Luckily, Modo wins, but they're not exactly boxed in anymore. Sinners, though, they're still just gambling onto this bomb site. Modo gets one before he falls. He was low HP.
Do some damage, especially if the attention is going to be drawn away by the CT players. KisserEck now in this position, good enough as MBK goes back just to throw an eye on it. Brooksy at least drops Shock. That gives you an opportunity, but the pressure's being piled on over towards long. Needed to hit that shot onto KisserEck, and now Stresser, no kit. And no teammates to try and help him out. Brooksy goes for that swing, and it's another triple kill. And
that's a feels bad of a round for Sinners, because they do everything correct and more. But Modo, his opening kills, he's never going to stop. Running up mids, MBK dropped. And the B bomb site hits. Well, they're kind of forced into it. They have to go quickly because they've got no space to work with. And Shock does instantly fall. So the bomb site is open. And the bomb, it's going to get planted.
Yeah, they're very close by if they want to attempt this. Flash in towards the tunnel. Modo not going to be blinded. Good kill for the first. Knows that Chucky is up close and personal. He's going to be flashed in. Misses the next shot. And they will take that tunnel's control just in the nick of time. They're going to be able to hold on. And Sinners quickly realising why Dust 2, that B bomb site, is the most difficult. Great game. Kisarek is having some very fine moments as well. You know, you lose this round that you only have pistols that you're expected to lose, and GenOne have an opportunity to even this game up.
They are However, Beestick has picked up an AK. He's actually found 2 kills. Chucky is luckily going to get that bomb planted. Of course, unfortunately, isn't going to reap any rewards. Utility now all used for GenOne, and the weaponry advantage isn't going to mean anything. Jocko left last alive in towards tunnel, and it's ice in the veins as he shuts down.
Early scoreline and already writing them off. Now they have a big opportunity maybe to snatch Dust 2 away and the series on with it. It's a long fight that's about to happen. That actually the trades are going to be perfect for the side of GenOne. Joko is still just running in, but Kisarek will hold his nerve. It's a massive one because he gets away with his life through. But Kisarek being so mobile on low HP, he's the one that they're going to send in to try and get information. But it's MBK that's gotten it all. And versus 2 retake. And this has to favour GenOne.
I mean, they've won in positions that were Modo's number, though. He's holding the exact position. Flashbang's going to force him off the angle, and that allows Modo to thrive. NBK just jiggled onto, and Modo, this...
Short walk happening from Sinners. Chucky's going to try and walk in. Spots out a shadow. He's got a little bit of help and support from his teammate. In the meantime, Shock drops from Masuta. Flash is going to blind absolutely everybody over towards Short. And Chucky and Brooksy combined for a couple of kills. They drop the bomb in the meantime. And it's panic stations right now for Sinners as this crunch is about to happen. Remember, Sinners had a similar round on their team just yet. The Short presence obviously dealt with. But Shock, he's already found 1 kill. But that is the end of it. GenOne. It's just based off the performances that we've seen so far this year. You know, GenOne, they scraped through a main Swiss stage. As for Sinners, you know, their only loss in 2026 is to Spirit. Which is a crazy thing to say. In this round up, make no mistake about it, they are back with a bang. Yeah, an open qualifier on HiGHLiGHTS. That was their only loss. Joko finds a wonderful timing to drop a Kisarek there. Modo hearing the steps coming a little bit closer to him, and he baits him in perfectly. Joko goes down. That was the B defense over and done with. But Chucky dropping Modo will just now allow them to rotate through middle if they want to go for it.
Okay, so first gun round. Oh, sorry. Gonna come head to head though on long. Beestick charging out. Orb is just so unprepared for how quickly he could be up. And Chucky somehow alive and thriving. 2 kills in the most unlikely of circumstance. You gotta tip your hat. We were saying if he just shows up half the amount of what Modo was providing, that's gonna be the difference maker. There you are. That is the proof.
10 to 7 and 11. And still could add to that tally before this round is out. But you still have Stressern and Modo in the round. 2 to play around. Modo trying to bang him through the box if he's over towards Gandalf, but he's not. Brooksy now holding on. Stressern will go down. They know Modo is alongside, and Chucky will prevail. A triple kill. Yeah, these safety net, still a lot of dangers. Kisarek with that AK being boosted up. MBK is going for that wide peak, and that's what they were waiting for. MBK just to rear it in the previous. This time he gets tagged down, and that's not going to do you any favours. Modo is going to go swinging, looking to try and find those kills. Kisarek's AK will already rip the head off the shoulders of Masuta. And although the CTs are close trying to go for this retake, this is what I was worried about right now. Sinners are finding all the kills that they need to, all the kills that are necessary, but Joko, he's like a madman trying to get up on towards that A bomb site, but eventually Kisarek won. That feels like just a little bit of a slip up. That has to be a weapon that you're going to bring forward. Now, you're going to walk right into it, though. You were never expecting that. You're seeing that pistol just kind of go.
It could be important for Chucky. He's going to have to go nuclear. And unfortunately, rings off a shot and for free reveals his location. He's going to very quickly get traded. Kisrek, sure, will get run down over in mid-doors, but because of how clean and easy it was to break onto that B-bomb site, bombs going to get planted, and post-plants, they are more than set up. Modo holding down tunnels. Okay, Brooksy tears his head off, gives him a little haircut, and Shock, one shot, two shots, stuck in a corner, 17 HP, but with no armor. MBK rains super.
That short side execute. And now, this is where Sinners are going to be asked a couple of questions, especially with MBK getting aggressive towards mid. Modo
volume to their success going into round 19. Also, if they lose, if Sinners lose this, like it looks like they're about to, because MBK is just being fed a natural born killer. This is like basically 11 guaranteed for Gen 1, all the momentum. And if I'm Sinners, I'm probably feeling a little bit deflated. You're the favorites by a country mile. It's been a great, despite being 12-9 up. But this is a completely different kettle of fish. And B-Stick, first of all, it's aggression from Brooksy. That's going to go uncountered. And you know what? He's going to go for one more. Pushing top middle. They don't expect it, but Kisrek utilizes the barrels to his advantage, dips and dives below them. Stressarin, that nade on the follow-up is going to blow him to smithereens.
So you are making the correct read, though. You just walk out short right now. It's Masuta that's solo. He's caught in transition, and nobody there to try and help out. MBK, the dink, isn't going to help you this time. Chucky's going to miss an opportunity, but runs him down with the pistol. Shock needed to fall there if you're going to have a chance, but still parts of the map now, and you have to try and get across without a smoke, surely. Never mind, smoke is going to go down. It's going to at least give Chucky a path in towards this bomb site, but still has to try and get onto this defuse. Bomb is going to be tapped. The peek now from Modo comes on through, and that's going to be good enough. Gen 1, so close, but very aggressive angle to play on, and so many times you are going to see this angle not work out. Short execute coming through, but he spotted an elbow. That's all he needed. Great flick, great reaction from Chucky, and that's just going to worry Sinners a little bit. They know the op is up close. There could be a rifle there as well. They need to be careful as they try and pop on through this smoke, and Stressor, well, he's never careful. He just runs right through, finds that headshot. MBK at least able to collect one more. Still have to get past this AWP, and Chucky is hitting absolutely everything, but eventually that clip is going to run a little bit dry. Shock in a 1 versus 2. Joko is low, and the drop down onto Joko here, looking to try and find that kill, but he will not be able to get it. There's
Deagles, Galils, sure and AWP on Modo. But this is nightmare fuel. Flashbang dodged by Brooksy, but Kisrek wins out the duel, and all of a sudden, it's a 5v4.
This is looking promising right now for Gen 1. They realise that Joko's going to get this smoke down. He's going to be ran down. The trades need to be imminent, and they are. MBK just lighting up that smoke, but he's only claimed one, but still Masuta unknown. MBK will now get in on the act as well, and it's all eyes on Kisrek. Low HP from the early instance of fighting over towards long, and that AWP is just going to be holding. Chucky will seal the deal. He'll finish it off.